Hello, I'm Bood FM and welcome to my channel. If you're brand new, thanks for joining us. Make sure you smash the like button and subscribe. Feel free to subscribe, hopefully you will. If you're one of my subscribers, as always, thanks for coming back for one of my videos. And this video is something a little different. It's been done before, but it's something I've wanted to do myself. And I've been really looking forward to a game coming out called Cyberpunk 2077. So I thought, let's get to that kind of time period where people might have robot arms and you know, computer chips in the brain like they do in the game, and see what football's like with the power of Football Manager. So we're going to jump forward to the year 2070, 50 years from now, and we're going to see how the land lies in the footballing world. We'll take a look at some of the top leagues, mainly concentrating on England, and see what's going on. I will, if you want, I will put a save file download link in the description so you can take this save file for yourself, put it into your game, have a look around yourself. Maybe you want to start a save in the year 2070 yourself when you see what's happening. I've had a quick look. Yes, if you're a United fan, I don't know if it's the best viewing. I don't know, but it might be alright. We'll find out. But I love stuff like this, so hopefully you're going to love it too. So let's jump in the old DeLorean time machine and go to the year 2070. And here we are. It is the 1st of August 2070, and this is how it is at the minute. These are the jobs that are available. So Spurs is up for grabs, a couple of international jobs, Roma. Now, obviously this is the beta still, but it will turn into a proper save once the full game comes out, if you're worried about that. I just want to see what's going on in the world. I like this. I like rummaging through a save like this and seeing what's changed, seeing if any little clubs have come out of nowhere, seeing if any big clubs like United have crashed and burned. But how old am I now? How am I still alive? I'm 91. I'm 91 years old. If this video does well, I might do another 50 years, go 100 years into the future. Would I still be alive? I might be, because I might have robot arms, robot legs. I need robot. I'll be an android basically. It's the only way I'm going to still be alive. I'm going to start right here with the Premier League. And if you have a quick look at the Premier League, I'm looking Charlton are back. That's good. Derby in there. They've just been taken over in real life by a mega billionaire, so that's quite good. But there's no one standing out like a Gillingham or a Rochdale. Nothing major. But who's missing? Is anyone missing? We'll find out. We'll find out. Let's have a look at a few more details. Well, this is the history. And Arsenal won 3 back-to-back. Before that, Spurs won 3 back-to-back. Spurs recently look like they've been a really good team. Look at that. 7 titles out of 7. But there's no major. No one major. No one like a Leicester yet, is there? Let's go back. It's just City, Liverpool. United popped up with 1. There you go. 1. That's what I said. It may not be the best viewing for United, because in the last, bloody hell, 50 years, we've won 1 title. Great. Wolves got runners up there. So there's no major changes. That's a bit upsetting. But it shows you done it. If you want to be boring, just play as the big teams. You'll be alright. Now we'll take a quick look at Charlton, only because they're probably the team that's come out of nowhere and they're now in the Premier League. Now it's been a long time for them to get there. Spent a lot of time in the Championship. They dipped in to the Prem, gone back down, and now they've just come back up again. So yeah, that's quite cool. Also, they're still at the Valley. That's another thing. Maybe we should look at some of the stadiums. How many teams are still in their regional stadiums? Old Trafford is still the biggest. The Gianfranco Zola Stadium at Chelsea. Cool. They've got an 83,000. Still got Spurs are in theirs. City are in a new stadium. I find that random. So 73,000. Maybe it was a capacity thing. Can't imagine they filled it though. But it is what it is. West Ham, Arsenal still in theirs. Everton in Bramley-Moore Dock, but that's pretty cool. That's happening anyway. Brighton got a new stadium. Yeah. Have a quick look, quick look. Bournemouth got a new stadium. Liverpool. What's going on there? 8,000 capacity Liverpool in the Ansu Fati, who's that wonder kid at Barcelona at the minute. Stadium named after him. We need to check that out. Now that must be a fault on the game. Maybe it's a beta thing, because the Ansu Fati Stadium is 90,000. So I'm guessing Liverpool must have signed him a long time ago, and he played his best football for them, surpassing all their other legends to get the stadium named after him. Onto the FA Cup, and Sheffield United are current champions in 2070. They beat Manchester United. Awesome. 3-0 in the final. I'm hoping this has got a bit more variety to it. That's it. That's Sheffield United champs. West Ham won it last year. A lot of big teams all for a long time. Up until recently, I mean, Spurs have won quite a lot, haven't they? I mean, some good teams and all. In the Derby, got to a final. Norwich. These are the kind of teams you want to see winning it, really, don't you? So it's got a bit better recently. But oh, Wolves got 2. Quite like that. Over to the Carabao Cup, and United have won something. Thank God we've actually won something, albeit the shittest competition in the country. Bournemouth won one a few years ago, and apart from that, it looks like the big boys. Leicester have got one. It's just the usual crew, innit? You want to see a bit of variety, Football Manager. I've done this before personally. Never made a video on a future save like this. And I end up sometimes random things happen. Maybe if this video does well and I do go another 50 years, maybe we'll see a bit more crazy things happening. But for now, it seems pretty standard. Checking out the records for the Prem, and Liverpool are now the most time winners, of course, with 35. United have been doing nothing. So yeah, Liverpool easily. I can't believe I'm saying this out loud. Best team in England, probably. So fair play to them. Easily the best team in England, because they now hold the record for the most FA Cup wins, which I think in real life is it Arsenal, with United second, Liverpool third. I think in real life. Correct me if I'm wrong. But right now in 2070, Liverpool are the daddies. Let's jump over to La Liga, because apparently right now in 2070 it is the best league in the world. And looking at that table, there's a couple of teams that have come out of nowhere, but all the big players, I say, are still there. Barcelona are champions, which maybe tells me it's just the big boys winning it. Hopefully not, but as soon as you go on there, it is just Real Madrid, Barcelona. You've got Atletico Madrid back in the late 40s. If we go down, Atletico Madrid had a great period in the 30s, but I'd say it's still just the big boys. Taking a look at the Copa del Rey, the Spanish Cup. Yeah, Villarreal got one. Villarreal got a few. That's quite cool. They've been quite a good cup team. Sevilla got one in the late 40s, but again, it's still just the big team. So Spain looks like, even in 50 years, I know it's a good league and all that, but it's like Madrid. The Madrid teams at Barcelona have this monopoly on it, don't they? So it's always hard to break, but that in itself is also still a challenge. Can you break that? I mean, even if you take this save file off, I mean, you jump in here now, that could be a challenge for you to try and take a team and just scrap this dominance, take over all of Spain. Over to Germany and the Bundesliga, and again, a lot of the same teams are here, but it is cool to see that Dresden and St. Pauli are in top flight football. Absolutely buzzing with that. I do like Dresden, great team. I've had loads of saves with them personally. I love that club. So that's quite good. But Bayern are the champions again. So they're still winning titles. Have they won them all? Well, they've won a lot. But what I like to see and what I think is absolutely awesome, and I'm buzzing with this, is Hoffenheim on a 5-year winning streak. And then they've been runners up the last 3. So they really have become a powerhouse of German football. Because before that, Bayern had the massive monopoly on it. Berlin, pretty sure they've never won the top flight Bundesliga. But they have now in the future. They've won quite a few. They won 4 over a good 10-15 year period there. Dortmund haven't been around since the mid-30s, but it is still, oh, there you go, look at that in the 20s. That's that young team they're putting together there, isn't it? In real life right now. But yeah, it's basically Bayern Munich dominance. Over to the Pokal, and it is Bayern. Schalke got one. Hoffenheim, that period there, they look like they were just absolutely untouchable. When we look in Europe later, I'm fully expecting that team to have won some form of European title. Now let's move over to France and Ligue 1, and it's apparently the 3rd best league in the world. They're better than the Premier League. I find that really interesting because of the amount of money that would be getting pumped into the Prem. But it slips all the way down to 4th. Maybe that shows you maybe what's happening on the European stage. We'll check that out pretty soon. But Paris Saint-Germain are the winners, and to me that just makes me feel like this league is probably still an absolute snooze fest. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe does Paris finally won a title after a long period of not winning one? Marseille, one of my favourite French teams, had a great bit of dominance. I'm happy with that. But yeah, Paris, they've won a few, don't get me wrong, but I'd say Marseille have been the team to beat. Rennes have got himself one. Saint Etienne finally broke. Look at that. How long did Paris win titles for there? Look at that. Wow. So apart from Lyon nicking one, it was just Paris Saint-Germain, Paris Saint-Germain, Paris Saint-Germain, and finally it looks like that's been broken. So that league I'm eating my own words here because I said it was going to be boring and shit. But that looks like it could be a proper good league now to play. On to the French Cup. And Bordeaux, the champions. Paris Saint-Germain won recently, but that looks good. That's got some good mixture to it. Paris FC, that's cool. Montpellier, I like this. I like when the cup's a bit more mixed up. Saint Etienne got on there. I'm buzzing with that. So yeah, that's pretty cool. France looks like it's come alive over the last 20 years. And lastly, we're going to look at Italy, Serie A, and you'll see Juventus, although they're called Zebra. Champions. Now you can get the name fixes, but I read somewhere that you can have a bit of trouble with it on the beta, and you might have to redo it when the full game comes out. So I'm waiting for name fixes for the full game. But like I said, even though this is a beta save file, if you want to play this yourself and jump in at some point, when the full game comes out, this will just transfer into the full game, get updated, so you won't lose it. But seeing Juventus again, it just makes me feel like, is it going to be dominance? Or have they just won their first title in a long time? Dominance. Absolute dominance. Look at that. You got Lazio over a few. Inter pops up now and again. Napoli have won a few. I don't know if you noticed, but Palermo we're back in the top flight. And Palermo are a great club who had to go all the way down to like the 4th division last year. I was hoping to see them. So I do like a bit of Palermo. Over to the Italian Cup, and it is a bit more mixed. But Juventus, yeah. So boring Italian football. It used to be so good. Where are the Milan clubs? Why is there no AC Milan coming back? That is always a great challenge, I think, on new football managers. Make a team that was as awesome as AC Milan. Awesome again. Over to the Champions League history. Marseille, the champions. Hoffenheim. I expected that. They've won a couple. And I mean, some random teams. Yeah, I really like that. Dortmund had a good patch, didn't they? Real Madrid have won an absolute crap ton. Liverpool are in there as well. I'm pretty sure there won't be any United, but back in the early days, it'll be City level one. They always do in this game. City have won a few. Look at Chelsea there. Look at Chelsea. Oh my god. 1-2. Barcelona won another 4. That is insane. Of course, so Real Madrid are the all-time winners with 19 titles. 19. Yeah. Kings of Europe. Over to the Europa League, and this has got a right good bit of variation. I really like this. I can see Betis down there. Wolves, United down at the bottom, so we've done something at least. Rennes are up there. I like it. Look at Berlin. Bit of a team then these days. But yeah, United have got 1. Got 2. Got 3. Ooh, got 4. Wow, 4 Europa Leagues. What has happened to the mighty Manchester United? Sevilla though. They are the kings of the Europa League. They have 8 titles. They are though, aren't they? They love this competition. They're so bloody good in it. Now, let's check out the World Cup. You can see some of the winners there. Got Belgium on there. England in 2050. I love a bit of that. France are the current holders. But this is something else if you want to get this save file and have a look yourself or play it yourself. Maybe you want to jump in at an international level. And these are the winners. We don't have to scroll, luckily. So France won it in 22. England won 2 back-to-back. Totally unrealistic. France won another. I mean, I'd say there's no one major here. I like the fact Holland and Belgium have got 1 each. That's pretty cool. Brazil are back on the board. Any random teams in the set? No. I was hoping something like Gibraltar might win one on Scotland. I'd love Scotland to do it. On to the Euros. The next one's going to be in 2072. Belgium are the current holders. You see a few of the winners there. You can see England on there twice. Fingers crossed we can become that good. Football Manager loves having England win international tournaments. Whenever you do anything, England always wins something. It's not realistic though, is it? Past winners here though. Belgium, of course, champions. Germany won 1. You can see England there twice. That's pretty good. Any random teams? There isn't, is there? Turkey in the final, but got beat by England. Unlucky Turkey. These are the international rankings, and Brazil are the best team in the world, followed by Germany. Where's England? 7th. Scotland, though, 14th. I think that's pretty good. Now we're on World Player of the Year. This is the Ballon d'Or. Again, I've not got the name fixed yet. When you do get the name fixed, I'll change to Ballon d'Or. I like little touches like that, but for now, it is the World Player of the Year. Now, obviously, the regens. I do like the updated regens faces. I think they've definitely made an improvement. They're the best normal regen. I mean, you can download some amazing ones. Some people out there do some fantastic work, but this is probably the best regen faces they've had in a while. Probably ever. I must say. Now I know these guys, you don't know who they are, so there's no looking at this means nothing really. Although Villarreal, I've got the best player in the world until he's obviously got to Bayern and become the best player in the world. So we're gonna have a look at some of the regions just to see, because I love a regen. You might call them a new gen. It doesn't matter. They're the best part of Football Manager in my opinion. So we'll take a look at the top 3 players in the league, and then we'll maybe have a look at a few more. And this is the best player apparently, Luis Pasteur. He's 27-year-old Spaniard, and 59 caps, 39 goals. He's a striker. I like him. How good is he? I mean, he's pretty quick. Composure off the ball is amazing. His technique, his vision. No wonder he's finally left Villarreal. No offense to them, and gone to Bayern. Best years ahead of him still. He's at one of the best teams ever. He is some player. Next up we have Massimo Coco, and you know what I love about this regens? You can't say the name wrong. It's up to you. You can make it whatever you want. So he's a striker, but he can play out wide. He's 26 years old. Scored 42 goals in 56 games for his country. He's not as good as Lewis, is he? He's still a very, very good player. He's elite. Looks like he likes to score a goal, but definitely not as good as Lewis. Third in this year's Ballon d'Or was Revere Humberto, a Brazilian who's 31 years old, central midfielder, attacking midfielder. Maybe he's not as good as he was a couple of years ago, but he's obviously still a great player because he's a legend now. Legendary attacking midfielder with loads of ability. But I love this. I've done this in the past where I've got a save file of someone else jumped into it when all the real players have gone. It's a bit more fantasy. It can become your own personal little world, and that's what I love about the game. When you have your own save and you get regens, they're your regen because they're no one else's. And I love that because you know you've got an idea in real life, haven't you? Because you watch football, so you know who's good, who's not. The further you get into the game, you really have to start working harder because you don't know how good someone is. They could look good on paper but not play well. I love that about regens. I love regens / new gen. Out of interest, if you can be asked, write in the comments, are you a regen or a new gen? I personally am a regen. So this is the Premier League team of the year, and I'm going to use this to look at some of the good players in the Prem. You could spend hours looking around the world, but I just want to see some of the ones that are in the Premier League. And Arsenal, they're the champions, so they must have some great players. We've got that many in the team. We've got Jose Ronaldo. How cool's that? He's 30 years old, Brazilian. I like him. I've seen a lot better though, but he's obviously had a great season. The guy partnering him up top for the team of the year is from Chelsea, Enrico. I'm not going to try and say his second name, but I like this kid. Now his physicals don't blow you away. He's not the quickest, but I love his mentals. Look at his freaking technicals. He is some player, isn't he? Some absolute beast of a player. We're going to have a look at another Chelsea player, Jaco Manchin. That's what I'm going for. Manchin. He's Italian anyway, 30 years old. Looks like an absolute legend of a midfielder. Oh, look how good he is. If I had the time, I'd have a personal save in 2070 just to have some fun. So I thought we'd have a look if anyone's still around. And the first one I found is Ruben Diaz, who's at City. I think he finishes his career at Barcelona, and then he's had this long ass scouting career. He's been absolutely everywhere, and at the minute he's at Hoffenheim, and he's 73 years old. Wow. Declan Rice is now 71. He's still knocking about. He's just been sacked from Newcastle. He's been an assistant manager. He's actually been a manager. He was Leeds manager for a year. He was Lens manager for a year. He's been at City as an assistant as well. But we all know who this kid is. Juve centre half. He's been a caretaker manager at Werder Bremen about a million gazillion times. So he's an assistant manager, obviously. But I'm guessing every time someone goes, he gets a caretaker job. Let him have a go himself. And the last one, the most significant one, there's not many knocking about, I'll be honest with you, is Eric Garcia, who's a youngster, I think, at Manchester City at the minute. Got a big future, really. Now, he's been a manager all over. He's been Spain manager, Atletico Madrid manager, Bayer Leverkusen manager, he's Villarreal manager. He's had a great career. He's becoming a fantastic manager. So I think we'll leave it there. Like anything with a video like this, you could go into loads, but the video would go on and on and on. And I like giving out the file for you, and you can have a look yourself. Then you can be more specific, because there's something you might want to look at that Joe over here doesn't give two shits about. So you can be a bit more specific with what you want, and you might want to play it. There's a lot of interesting things you could do here, I think. So there we go. That is the end of 2070 into the future. A look at what happens on Football Manager 50 years from now. Hopefully you enjoyed it enough to smash the like button, maybe even subscribe if you're new. If you are new, go and check out my current beta save with Manchester United. Even if you're not a United fan, you might still enjoy it. I've got a big main series with the custom club coming out soon. A few more of my old story videos will be coming out over the next few months, and I've probably had a random one here or there. I just appreciate you sitting here watching this, giving me the view, giving me a like. Make sure you comment down below. Check out for the save file and everything else in the description, including a link to my Patreon if you really want to help my channel out. That would be massively appreciated. I am currently holidaying still into the future, just in case this video does well. I might do another one. I might look at what's going on in another 50 years. Maybe it'll get a bit more random. So thank you as always. I hope you're happy. I hope you're safe and booed. I'll see you next time.